Married to Medicine review on the final reunion part 3. I absolutely loved how it ended. I'm grateful for how it ended. I feel like that's some growth there and some grown women. I like how it ended. I liked the toast that Simone made after all that drama and excuse me, between her and Miss Quad. Whew, yeah, I've been under the weather. That's why I haven't made it sooner, but better late than never. I really enjoyed the reunion, especially the way the women spoke at the end, as well as the men conversations. I know a lot of people always got to find something to complain about. I feel like Dr. Damon, he spoke with so much grace and so much intelligence. I feel like Quad exuded intelligence. I really don't feel like she have a problem with T. I don't believe that she's jealous of Dr. G and that marriage, because she didn't really want Dr. G, truth be told. I mean, we saw the show. Now, in the beginning, probably so, when they first got married, but towards the bitter end, she didn't care. She didn't care about all that. But I loved how it ended. Now, it was some parts on that reunion where I wanted to tell Sweet Tea to shut up, because she was speaking out of place. And, you know, if somebody's looking out for you to try to bring about a betterment of your situation, you should probably tune in and hear what someone is actually saying, instead of combating it with with a defense mechanism. Because really and truthfully and honestly, I pray that Dr. G has really paid attention to what he did in his last marriage, and to correct whatever he did in his last marriage in this current marriage that he's in. Because if he does not see himself, then the cycle will continue. The cycle will continue. So that's my thoughts on Dr. G. I just really hope that he's doing the work. I did hear that they are in counseling, as they should. And I hope that's just not something that they're just saying. I really hope that they're speaking with someone to help build and cultivate that marriage that they're in. Because what he don't want to have happen is when Married to Medicine come in with season 12, that he's still that same narcissist, and then him and T is bickering back and forth. Because I really hope for a win, and I really truly do want them to have a child. I know that's something that he always wanted, even when he was married to Quad. So I pray that IVF journey that she's on really do work, and that they have some twins. You know, she's a twin, he's a twin. I think that would be cool, and it would be cute. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Quinn. Hello, Lost Soul. Arcade. I don't know how to say that. Hello, Max Blue. Thank you for your subscription. I'm just speaking on Married to Medicine. I'm speaking on the reunion, the part 3 of the reunion. I really loved how everybody came together as grown people. It's such a pleasure to see grown people actually be grown, because a lot of times people never grow no matter how old they are, which is sick to me. But anyhow, y'all, they have a lot of work And I pray that Contessa's okay. I didn't feel like she looked okay to me. I really hope that she's all right and take the time that she needs for herself to heal or whatever it is. I don't know if somebody briefed Dr. Heavenly, and that's why she was very apologetic for some of the things that she was saying, because it really did feel like something was said to Dr. Heavenly, and she became very apologetic. Ryan, yes, now Ceilings have a YouTube account. Yes, it does. I told you guys before, and if you heard previous lives that I've done, sometimes I just randomly come on here and just talk about the shows that I watch and just giving my my little 411, my little information. A lot of people, and to be honest, for me to be a small account user and I don't have that many followers, I've heard a lot of my material come out of the mouths of people that have big accounts. Let's keep that a buck. I've heard a lot of the things that I've said in my lives come out on some YouTube people that have a lot of followers. Some people don't have some people need a little bit of boost to get their thing going. But like I said, I like the way it ended. I'm glad everybody was able to come together. And I do believe that those 4 people can actually get along, because truly and honestly, if Dr. G has moved on, there should be no reason why he's bickering or arguing with Quad. Quad has a man now. There's no reason for it. Now, I could see if Quad was still single, then it would be like a, big old question mark there. But she has a man. She's happy in her situation. They're happy. They're taking their time. They're not rushing into marriage, as you shouldn't. I don't feel like him and T should have rushed so quickly into a marriage. Now, truth be told, I have 2 opinions here. Truth be told, if you like it, you put a ring on it. That's the truth. But the second part of that, if you already been in a relationship and been married before and know how marriage can go and how much work it takes, then, and if you're not ready for it, then you'll be having those crash situations that he had when he crashed out on her, where the cameras picked up and heard how he was speaking to her. That's a person that wasn't ready for a marriage. Because truth be told, he should have learned that from his previous marriage with Quad, on how to speak to a woman, especially a woman that's not coming at him with the all she was trying to do is calm him down so he don't come across looking like he looked. But like I said, a leopard don't change his spots either. Unless that leopard really do the work. He has to really, really, really put in the time, the energy, and the effort to make sure he's cultivating the marriage that he actually wants to be in and have raised children in. I can see why Quad didn't give him any children, because it was such a toxic environment. Who wants to bring a child in something that's toxic? That's a lot of people's problem now. They jumping into relationships and they're going ahead, and I've been guilty of this myself, so I'm only can speak from experience, that you're not finding out who that person truly and honestly is before getting into a long-term situation. Because when you have a baby with someone, that baby belongs to the both parties, and you have to deal with both. You got to deal with each other pretty much for the remaining of that child's life. So that's to all who's out there that does not have children. Be very slow to be slow to jump in head first and get into a long-term situation with someone that you're not even wanting to be with for real. That's the truth. So, yeah, I liked how the show ended. I do not believe Dr. Jackie is boring. I do believe Dr. Jackie got some spunk to her that everybody has not saw as of yet. I would love to explore that side of her in this upcoming season. I really hope that they show some fun sides of Dr. Jackie and not always business professional, because I understand you got a brand, you want to protect it and all that, but sometimes it's okay to just be human for a second. I'm a human being, honey. I'm gonna make mistakes, and I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna be polished all the time. I have flaws just like everybody else.
Tour started.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, y'all. I've been trying to get rid of this cold. I done had a cold for about almost 2 freaking weeks now. And chest burning. I'm talking about coughing up a lung because it's like a tickle in the back of your throat where the sinuses are draining. And that's the worst. And I had to go to the dentist today and get my teeth looked at and all that for an exam. And I could not stop coughing, guys. And that was so embarrassing to me. But I had to get it done because I need to get in for my next appointment. But guys, I am just coming on here giving y'all an update about Married to Medicine. I'm not going to stay on here long because right now I can feel that urge to want to cough and everything. And like I said, I'm still trying to heal up and get myself together. Okay. But y'all have a good one. I want to give y'all a little word before I leave off of here like I always do. Just know that you reap what's sown. So try to treat people like you would want to be treated. And as y'all can see, no matter how much money a person has, no matter how much talent a person can have, you're still a human being. You're still a human being, and you're susceptible of making mistakes. But in those mistakes, you learn from it and learn how to say sorry when you have wronged someone. Do not allow pride to be so built up that you become inhumane and start treating people in an inhumane type of way. Okay? Because you reap what's sown. So it's best to treat people with the utmost respect, because that's what everybody deserves. But that's my word for today. And I'm going to get off of here. Have a good one.